Am I the asshole for refusing to speak to mother-in-law and canceling our wedding? I, female 35, and fiance, male 30, are considering canceling our wedding and eloping. Oh, okay, they're still getting married. Good. Because of mother-in-law. Mother-in-law has never tried to have a positive relationship with me. She makes sure I'm not included in conversations, belittles my achievements, and talks down to me. Things escalated when I was planning fiance's 30th birthday. Mother-in-law fought me on every detail and accused me of not knowing my fiance at all. I planned a golf weekend away for him and his family. He loves golf. My fiance confronted the mother-in-law and asked why she doesn't like me. The mother-in-law admitted she doesn't like me. She doesn't like my partner driving me to his family events. And she didn't like that it took me a month to find employment when I moved to a different town to be with fiance. My fiance told her if she doesn't stop this behavior towards me, he will no longer speak with her. I agreed to meet with mother-in-law to smooth things over and try to move forward. My mother-in-law never took me up on it, but things seemed okay for a while. Fast forward to fiance's brother's wedding. Wedding day arrives and we were to be at the venue at 4 p.m. 5 minutes to 2 p.m., my fiance receives a call from mother-in-law saying the family photo shoot is in 5 minutes. We hadn't been told of a family photo shoot. My mother-in-law demands we arrive at 2 p.m. for it. We frantically get ready and arrive at the house where the wedding was. There was never a photo shoot planned. The mother-in-law comes out in her PJs and tries to hand me shirts to iron. I refused. Mother-in-law snaps at me asking where my son is. He was never coming. He's at the hotel. Mother-in-law continues, stating everyone thought he would be there. I respond he was never coming and we RSVP just us. She has been told multiple times he wasn't coming. The ceremony is over and I started to have guests come up to me asking where my son is. I don't even know these people's names. I tell them he's at the hotel. Looks of disgust are thrown at me. My new friends stop talking to me. I realize these people were being told my son was at the hotel, but not telling them how old he is. He's a teenager. The wedding was a place of ridicule and disgust on me. Christmas Day at mother-in-law's house. Her family scurry away from me on arrival, refusing to hug or greet me. One man, who I had met once 2 years ago, aggressively accused me of leaving my son alone on Christmas Day. My son was at his father's place this year. The rumor has continued, and now not only does the mother-in-law hate me, so does her family. I made up an excuse to announce the fact my son was just a teenager who just finished his first year of high school at the top of his class. Everyone's jaw dropped. None of them knew he was a teen. The mother-in-law hurried out of the room. Now fiance wants to cancel the wedding and elope because of mother-in-law. The fiance is demanding I speak with mother-in-law one last time in order for him to cut her off. Am I the asshole for not wanting to confront the mother-in-law and for canceling the wedding? This is so like chaotic. So, let me
I
understand
was
this.
so confused because I thought she was
Yeah,
saying
her
that
son.
that her like fiance wasn't
Yeah,
there, but it was her
it's her
son.
child. Does
So
not
the
be her.
mother-in-law was going around. Oh my gosh, she left her little son alone, or whatever. But he's a teenager with his father.
Yeah. I actually know a lot of women like this. I know a lot of moms like this, especially like growing up, and they were like, gotta say something, gotta butt in, gotta make assumptions when they're not asked to give an opinion. They always have to give an opinion.
Hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like that my son has to drive you in his car to family events. I don't like that it takes you a month to find a job in a new town, and like I don't like that you leave your son at a place at a hotel when you have a party. It's like, yeah, no one asked you. Like you are just making up rumors and trying to start shit because that's who she is, and you're not the asshole, OP.
Like, you have to be, there's something wrong with you if you enjoy spreading rumors that you know are not true. Like, I'm pretty sure everything that your future daughter in law is doing is probably not on the level of lying and causing extreme issues for another human.
Yeah.
Like, you are doing much worse than she is doing in anything that she is saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think this mother-in-law is behaving like a teenager because that's what teenagers do. They gossip. I've had a lot of people gossip against me in the past. It's not fun. All right. So what do you have to say, Patty?
So the question is, am I the asshole for not wanting to confront mother-in-law and for canceling the wedding? I would say you're not the asshole for um, wanting to cancel. I would say, okay, so your fiance is like, oh, you gotta talk to my mom before we cancel. First off, he should be handling his own family. But if he wants to, then you should have a conversation together with her and be like, this is not okay. And because of you, we're going to cancel our wedding and we're going to elope. And bye.
Yeah, this is on you.
Like, I want you to know that you are the one causing this decision.
Right. This is why we can't live our life because you're making up rumors.
Also, you should just elope anyways. It's probably like way more fun.
Yeah,
So.
it's a lot, very much more popular way to go now, just because of price and
And
honorable
family.
family. Yeah.
Um,
It can be. It doesn't have to be like completely eloping. It can be like a couple friends.
yeah. Overall, the vote was not the asshole.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, and then not the asshole. Why is your fiance trying to force you to be around this woman who has horrifically bullied and slandered you?
Mm-hmm.
Is he seriously trying to give her an opportunity to hurt you once more? He hasn't handled this properly once. So, what has he been doing throughout the story? I don't even really remember. Has he, like, besides saying
said-
that you need to confront her one more time?
He said like, "Oh, mother-in-law, you need to knock it off." That's all he said.
I mean, he is kind of willing to cut her off, though, because he said, oh, we just need to talk to her once more before cutting her off.
Nah, just no.
Someone said, not the asshole. Elope. It will be so fun. Use the funds to go somewhere magical. Get the dress of your dreams if that's important to you. Take the best photos. Eat the best food. Have the time of your life. If they already hate you, you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, I kind of love the idea of eloping, but, like, still, like, spending money on it, though. Like, the idea of, like, okay, yeah, we're gonna elope. We're gonna get the best dress. We're gonna get the best photographer. We're gonna go to the best place. We're going to spend absurd amount of money on our food, but it's just for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a hybrid wedding honeymoon.
It's like, but just for two people.
Yeah.
That's a kind of a fun idea. I feel like most of the time it's about saving the money.
Don't get started on what we could do to. We had to do our wedding over again, a remake of the wedding. We're not gonna stop.
We already had to redo our wedding, basically. Like, our wedding was Plan D, you know?
You mean a honeymoon?
Our wedding.
Oh,
And
the
our
ve-
honeymoon.
The venue, yeah.
I mean, I think that's a pretty easy answer. Well, obviously, you don't have to elope if the only reason why is because of the mother-in-law. Like, if you want a wedding, you don't have to invite her. But then you're gonna have a lot of problems with that side of the family. So then you might think, oh well, we might as well elope. But you can also elope and invite people, and then a lot of people wouldn't come because it's like further away. Like
Yeah.
you could still invite like 20 people. Like you don't have to have a big wedding. You can still have kind of a wedding. Like
You.
I don't know. It's a lot of options. It's
Yeah.
not just one or the other.
I think the fiance is that the man is all about eloping because he realizes that his family is not fit to attend a wedding. They're not fit to attend his wedding. But the bride is maybe on the side of more like, well, my family's not a problem. Why do we have to elope? I think that he's the one who's been like, oh, my family sucks. There's no reason for anybody else to be there. And she's like,
I don't know. I don't really
you
know.
think it's mutual?
I don't know who invented the idea of eloping between the couple, but if you want to elope, elope. If you want to still have a wedding, then still have a wedding and don't invite the people you don't want to invite.
Yeah. That whole situation where she's like, oh, There's a photo shoot. There's a wedding photo shoot. A
Yeah,
family
that
photo shoot.
was really weird.
And then she came. She was in her pajamas, and I told her to start ironing.
It's like,
What is going
you have to come
on?
here. We have a photo shoot. And it's just not even, wasn't even anywhere close to the truth. Like, there was nothing. Like, that in itself would make me go crazy. I'd be like, what? I'm like,
This crazy bitch.
I'm gonna go psycho because this person is so psycho.
Yeah, that's
I would
definitely.
be like, I don't want to be around you. Like, why would you even go to the Christmas party? Like, you should have
Yeah.
just had Christmas at home.
I'm like, sorry, fiance, but we're cutting your mother off. Like, what?
So weird.
People have to know they're being psycho like that. Like,
Yeah,
just
that's the thing. That's
completely.
the only reason why I'm on the side of confronting her one more time. But it would have to be, you know, it would have to be the fiance taking control of the conversation mostly.
What's that like? What's the mental disorder where people like don't see the reality as it is? Like schizophrenia, when they hear things or see things like
I mean, yeah.
yeah. Like I feel like that's so much more common. Like it doesn't have to be like full blown like you're hearing voices, but just for people to just remember things wrong, for somebody to like
There's other
accuse
disorders
you.
out there.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like I feel like that happens a lot where people are just like say things and you were saying this and it's like I never said that. Or this was not the situation. It's not what we planned on. Like, I feel like that is still common. Do you
I
think
don't
it's like
know.
enmeshment too?
I don't know. Mothers of sons are typically the ones to be psycho.
Watch out, Patty. Don't have any boys.
I don't know if it's only if you have sons or what the issue is there, but they get super attached. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think
You ready?
let's get on to our last one.
The finale.